my concern is number one, if, Marty says, hey, come on down on bartending. Okay, cool. If Marty says, hey, come on out and hang. Fuck, all right, cool. Because we don't really, be on the show. We don't want to hang out that much.
No.
Because, we're all busy cats.
We are.
We get our time when we can.
Yep.
I don't want you thinking you're my buddy just because of the show. You're my buddy well beyond that. It's just, I
appreciate that.
Getting focused. I get focused on all this other type of shit. And so then I end up like not texting people. I'm a terrible fucking, I don't text. I'm horrible at it. That's like the person that I was going to talk to about, coming to Portland. I still haven't fucking said anything. I guarantee she probably won't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at this point, basically, I'm like looking at you two saying, okay, you gonna come to Portland? What do you got going on? Come on,
what are you guys doing?
Unless she says yes, you guys are locked. Because I even got to thinking about it. If we're doing that, we could probably do like a quick little 20-minute deal. Mm-hmm. Like, show recaps.
Oh, yeah.
Record from the hotel room real quick and just do like a 20-minute little recap. Then that way we're not missing anything show-wise.
That'd be cool.
Maybe have your wife go around, show a little bit of ankle to some of the celebrities, maybe get an interview or two in. See, I'm
always thinking.
Guys always thinking.
Always thinking.
Guys always thinking. We got little Mackenzie running around, show a little ankle. Yeah.
We can give her a press pass. Quad M show.
Yeah,
coming at you with the hot news, huh?
Well, Jason Momoa's going to be there.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, look at you perk up. See, even you, hey, that's okay. He's a hot dude. I didn't know he was married to Lisa Bonet.
No.
Yeah. The eldest of the Cosby Show kids.
Crazy.
Yeah. When you think about it.
Way crazy.
Because I just always remembered her being married to Lenny Kravitz.
Right. Fucking Lenny. Dude's pulled some good tail.
Well, dude, he's Lenny Kravitz. Come on.
Right. American woman.
Gonna go my way.
His bell bottoms and his fishbowl eyes and sunglasses.
Crazy ass Jew black weave that you got going on.
Right.
Let's get this shit going, shall we?
Yes.
Hi. Welcome to our show.
Well, hi, everybody.
Coming to you somewhat live and semi-weekly from the Quad M World Headquarters located in Helena's scenic North Valley, it's the Quad M Show. Here are your hosts, TJ and Marty.
And as I pull up my phone, what we got to do here, we always got to give out the love to those that are showing us the love.
Definitely.
Because that's so damned important. We got, of course, the home office here in Helena, Chicago, Illinois, Salt Lake City, Union City, California, of course. Thanks, Derek. Gotta give props where they're due. Eugene, Oregon, Sheridan, Montana. I don't even know where Sheridan, Montana is. Bless your hearts, they're out there in Sheridan. Let's see here. Boardman, I think that's how it's pronounced. Boardman, Oregon. Eugene, Oregon. So we're getting plenty of Oregon love there. Mountain View, California. New Hyde Park out in New York. So we're even getting the West Coast or East Coast love. Pennington, New Jersey. Philly, Fort Worth, Texas. Stafford, Virginia. But I know how last week I was sitting there saying that I was a little bit leery about the foreign ones.
Mm-hmm.
And yet the same IP address comes through. Bless you.
Thank you.
Beijing in China, as well as Shenzhen, Guanadong. Shenzhen, Guanadong. Out there in China. So, and like I said, it's the same address, IP address, same city. They're showing up every week, so I guess.
Thanks, ISIS.
No, they're Chinese.
Oh.
Thank you, Red Army.
Red Army.
Thank you, you crazy communists. So, I'll take it where, we're big in China.
Right. It's pretty badass.
So, to all of y'all, thank you so much. Again, checking us out, giving the listen. Don't forget, subscribe on iTunes or any of your standard podcast catching type stuff.
Sheridan is on Highway 287, southeast of Twin Bridges. Yeah.
It's got to be blink and you miss it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's pretty small.
So, good sir, now that we're actually back to doing weekly episodes here, how was your week?
My week was great. I didn't do shit.
I was going to say, how's the recovery going?
It's still going. Still going.
Do you actually crawl out of bed before the wife gets home from work?
There's a couple times it was touch and go, but I always made it. That was good.
I can only hit that snooze alarm so many fucking times.
I love laying in my own bed. I do know that.
Oh, dude,
It's
yeah.
nothing like your own bed after you haven't been in it for a long time.
Oh, you tell me about it. Fucking 6 months on the road where I'm lucky if I had a fucking weekend.
Right.
Coming back, oh my God, no, trust me. I have mad appreciation for the bed and the home and all that type of shite when it comes to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Your own domain.
Well, yeah, I mean, my week pretty, pretty normal, pretty lackluster, no big, type of whatnots and to-dos. It's part of the pain of living here in the great state of Montana.
Right.
It's pretty much drink and fuck. Those are your options.
And fight. Three Fs. Oh, no, wait. There's a D.
Well,
DFF.
for drinking.
For drinking.
For drinking.
I am German. There's got to be something to that.
Well,
I was thinking fucking drinking. Fucking drinking.
Fucking drinking.
Fighting and fucking.
And fucking.
And fucking drinking.
That's right. God damn it.
The three Fs.
That's Well, when I was a kid in high school, I used to always live by the 3 Ps.
3 Ps.
Yeah. Pizza, Pepsi, and pussy. So I guess if you wanted to, you could go the 3 Ps and go pussy, PBR, and pugilism.
Well, no shit.
Yeah.
See?
It just doesn't have the same ring to it, though.
What are the 3 Ps? I don't know. So, but yeah. So, anyways, like I said, pretty lackluster, tame week.
Yeah.
As we're recording this on Friday, always got to kind of give that out because when it posts on Monday, there's a little bit of a delay.
Right.
I got roped into doing the the open city tournament bowling this weekend.
Cool.
So tomorrow, Saturday, for you kids, 2 days ago, as you're listening to the show, at the noon hour, I will be part of a 5-man. Oh, no. Saturday is singles and doubles. So I'll be there with my doubles partner and then bowling singles. And then Sunday, come somewhere around the 10 o'clock in the morning hour, we will do full-on team. And at least, 2 members of that team, myself and, of course, good friend of the show, Jamie Bronson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your head out your ass, motherfucker! God damn, you fucking fish! Let the A10 open. What the fuck's wrong with you? Learn how to fucking ball. Learn how to fucking ball. God damn! I can do this with my eyes closed.
So, I figured if we recorded tonight, I'd give the heads up and say, look forward to that. And then, of course, if we recorded Saturday, I would say, here's this. Or if we recorded Sunday, play the game on that. So on the 100th episode, can you believe that? Our next session
is the 100th episode.
Will be the 100th episode.
Oh, good for you.
Holy fuck balls. It's crazy.
So I gotta get in touch with Bert, with old Jason.
Yep.
Got to make sure he's in line.
Definitely.
And make sure Andy will make himself available. Because I'd love to have all 4 of us for the show and make a big whoop-de-doo of it.
That'd be cool.
Maybe get some cupcakes or something.
I'm sure we can think of something nice.
We can figure something out. I mean, it's the 100th episode, for fuck's sake.
We can splurge.
And this week, and I swear to God, we had talked about it when me and Kinsey had talked about it when we were doing the show, last couple shows. And I said I was going to, and this week I have to do the Who Does Marty Look Like game. Because we got our 4 celebrities lined up.
Yeah.
That, to play the lookalike game with.
Oh, yeah.
We have you compared to, of course, you want Orlando Bloom.
Because that's it. That's the winner.
No, it's not. Not compared to the other ones. You got my boy, Poncho from a Predator, and I'm honestly thinking he's not going to win.
No.
Compared to Senator...
It better not be fucking Senator Wiener.
It's Senator Wiener. Yes, it is.
It's not Senator Wiener.
And the dark horse, this was another pick that I have.
Yeah.
Matt Siciliano from the NFL Network. Guy that does the red zone and the up to the minute type, shit.
Yeah.
Those are the four. Those are the four celebrities. And each picture will be flattering, and people will sit there as they're doing the deal, and they'll say, "God damn, I really don't know who to pick."
He looks like Senator Wiener.
He looks
God
like
damn
that.
it.
He looks like that He looks like that texting, sexting monster, Wiener.
Yep.
I think that's our dark horse winner. But I don't want to sway the vote because I know where my heart lies.
I know where my heart lies.
Yeah, I know where your heart lies. Legolas.
I'm an elf.
So as you know, we're heading in here Friday. Tonight they had the opening ceremonies for the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Did you catch any of those? Did you watch any of that this fine evening?
I watched. We went to the Windbag for dinner.
Okay.
And I had a huge 60-inch TV screen about fucking 5 feet above my head. So, yeah, I watched some of it.
So I caught a glimpse or
I
three.
got a glimpse or two.
Well, the one thing I didn't know was they actually start doing like the qualifying games before the opening event. They do a lot of the qualifying shit because after I got done bowling on Wednesday night, stopped into a establishment on the way home, and they were playing. They were airing some of the events, and you had some downhill skiing type stuff that was going on. And initially, I thought it was the X Games until I saw the 5 magical rings in the upper right hand corner.
Yeah.
And then they brought on, which, if I was sitting around doing absolutely nothing, wouldn't watch 2 seconds of it. When I'm enjoying some fine adult beverages in an establishment that serves such, you tend to get glommed onto whatever's on the TV.
This is true.
Curling.
Curling's mesmerizing anyway.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I kind of understand the sport a little bit. It's basically, you have the stone, which kind of looks like one of those old 1970s vacuum cleaners without the hose or anything attached
It's like
to it. Right?
bocce ball on ice.
Yeah, and you want to get as close to that dead center by the end as you can. Knock motherfuckers out of the way and do that whole thing.
Yep.
But of course, I have to dig a little deeper. And so I'm sitting there watching it. And initially, I thought it was all women. No. Turns out this is actually like a co-ed event.
Yeah, they have split teams.
Yeah, because there's one where dude's fucking sweeping with the broom and the gal's pushing the stone down, and then this is where this comes into play. So the dude is pushing the stone down, right? And then I see those women working the brooms, and my initial thought, just me being me, boom, right off the fucking bat. I'm sitting there watching these curling women working the brooms, and I immediately think to myself, that is either... those women have to either provide the most amazing handies in the world or the most horrific, like cheese grater handies in the world.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what kind of calluses you get built up working a broom like that.
Have you ever worked a broom for
most of those calluses kind of come right through here.
Yeah.
Not like the weightlifter calluses that I got going on here at the pads.
Yeah, no.
That kind of stems from weightlifting and that type. So most of my broom stuff is right there in that little U curve from the index finger to the thumb, right there, and it's annoying as hell. You get that big blister, and just fucking everything you do stings.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm sitting there watching. I mean, these women, right? And here's the fucking thing. These women, okay, everyone's always glomming about like the fucking divers and the ice skater chicks, right? And oh my God, those slalom skier women. Dude, there is a hidden gold mine. These are some hidden gems that are on these Olympic teams. Like the U.S. and the Canadian and the Swedes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
and they're Olympians, and they don't. I mean, oh my God, these are some pretty fine looking women. I don't know. I didn't see the backside of them, so I don't know if they're built like a fire hydrant. But in the face area.
Yeah.
But then you just see those hands going, sweeping in front of that thing. Why do they? Is that to smooth the ice or to scuff it up?
I honestly don't know.
Because it looks like when they're sweeping, they're trying to direct the stone a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it really changes the friction that much. I don't know.
It's some.
It's
or else they wouldn't be doing it.
Like I said, it's only for that little bit when you're sitting there watching at a bar that it fascinates you, because beyond that, fucking who the hell watches curling? Right. Sit at a bar, drink. You're watching curling, motherfucker. I hate to be the one to break it to you. But I'm just sitting there watching this shit, watching those, hot women with these lightning quick, blurry like forearms.
Right? It's a lot of shake weight.
Yeah. That's got to be part of the training regimen.
You would think, yeah.
So if any of you Olympic curlers are out there listening to the show, please feel free. Let us know.
Yeah.
Well, there's one.
Hey, there you go. Oh, baby.
Oh, no. Go ahead. And what's the wife got to say?
Oh, she was just thanking me for letting her know that I made it here. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And she loves me.
Well, of course. She better. She married you, for God's sakes.
Right. Stuck with me now.
All right. Well, considering we've, the bantering on that, I think we're...
Oh, did you know that Korea is participating under one flag? I think North and South Korea are all under one flag.
What? I did not hear this.
You should have watched the opening ceremonies.
Well, I was busy talking to,
God damn, motherfucker.
good friend of the show, Jamie.
Look at that shit. And having... All under one flag. What the fuck is this shit? Fuck that shit. 33rd parallel my ass.
Or is it 53rd? I don't remember.
I have no idea.
There's no way. Let's look into that for the second segment here, shall we? Let's do a little research. We'll figure this shit out, because I cannot believe that they're doing that unless to show some level of I don't know. Let's look into this. That's fascinating for the next segment. We'll do that. So, kids, we will come right back. We will have some FGS. We will have some hot takes, and we'll find out what Korea's stance on the Winter Olympics is. It's Quad M Show. Stay tuned.
Stick around.
Have you checked out quadmproductions.com lately? Quadmproductions.com is your direct access hookup to order the Enigma comic book series and download the Quad M Show podcast. Check the appearances page for upcoming events and contact us with any questions or comments. Don't be the only lonely soul who's missing out on all the fun. Visit us today at quadmproductions.com. That's quadmproductions.com. You're listening to the Quad M Show. Segment 2.
Welcome back to the second segment of this here Quad M Show. Again, we're hosts. I am TJ.
And I'm Marty.
Welcome back to the show.
And this second segment, as always, is brought to you in part by Mirror Salon and Spa. Now, I know you folks are seeing those pics online and you're saying to yourselves, damn, how does TJ get that awesome hair? Well, a very small part of it's genetics, kids. The big credit, however, goes to Shauna and all the fine folks over there at Mirror. Now, if you're in the Helena area, make your reservations today and get everything scheduled for your hair, nail, or spa needs. Walk-ins are always welcome. You go in there, tell them Quad M sent you, get yourself $5 off any service they provide. That is Mirror Salon and Spa. Give them a call today, 406-603-0644, or stop on in, 2043 North Last Chance Gulch in Helena. It's Mirror Salon and Spa. Yeah. Oh, I'm checking see here. Who's messaging who? Oh, guess who's messaging? Guess who's sending a text?
God damn, motherfucker.
No.
Where the fuck you go? You said you were gonna pee. What the fuck?
Nope. It would be good friend of the show, one Mr. Andrew McNamara.
Ooh.
So he's texting saying, "You out and about?" To which, let me just reply here. No. Me. And capital M. Artie. No, not Narty.
Fuck you, autocorrect.
No, it's not autocorrect. It's big fucking thumb, and you know the digital smooth screen texting keys there. It's just you
Yeah.
fumble fucking around.
Right.
Are recording. What are you up to, comma, you sexy beast? Yours in Christ,
Whoa.
TJ.
That got pretty intense.
Sexy beast and putting sexy beast and Jesus in there?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I do. I make things awkward. Did you listen to last week's show?
I did.
Did you like how I added the porn music when we were talking about Tom Brady and his kid?
Yeah. That's why I kind of shut it down, because I figured you'd do something. Like, no. Fucking
God,
weird.
God damn it, TJ. One of these days, I will actually have it set up to where I can do that shit live.
That'd be funny.
It's just a matter of making sure, because, that's the thing, though, is like, I'll sit there and I'll think about it while I'm editing, and I can put those sounds in, right? Doing it live, I'll end up forgetting about the fucking thing. So then I'll end up
Right.
doing it in post anyways.
Yeah.
So what's the point,
That's a good... Yeah.
Theater of the mind, we already know. I know, and you've listened to the show enough times, so you know what I'm going to do. So like you said right there, no, goddammit. And actually, that made it even funnier. I went back and listened to that fucker like 10 times while I was editing. It cracked me up so fucking much.
Yeah. That was a good one.
You know what else cracks me up?
What's that?
The Fred G. Sanford Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Morons.
You're a moron.
Idiots.
Idiot.
Dullards.
You're always so stupid. Did you take lessons?
The FGS Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
All right. Well, this week, got ourselves a little bit of a humdinger from over there about Pennsylvania way.
Pennsylvanians.
Story goes as such. A Pennsylvania inmate had 78 doses of LSD, cocaine, methamphetamine, and a glass pipe stashed under her hair weave, contraband the woman apparently smuggled into the lockup following a prior arrest, according to court records.
Whoa, look out! Look out!
Jesus.
Karina LaShondra Brown, age 29, was booked into the Jefferson County Jail on January 5th after she was charged with 2 felony theft counts. Unable to post the $60,000 bail, Brown was detained at the jail in Brookville, a borough about 80 miles northeast of Pittsburgh. Within a week of Brown's arrival, jail personnel began investigating the distribution of narcotics inside the facility. During questioning, 2 female inmates whose recorded phone calls indicated they had been using LSD confessed that they collaborated or confessed they obtained the acid from Brown.
Never trust people on acid.
They'll
roll over quicker than shit on you.
Marty. Snitches get stitches.
Exactly.
One of the inmates provided agents with a note allegedly written to them by Brown, stating, "You bitches sound bored. Get on my level, LOL," the note read. Even handwriting, they're using the fucking LOL. Lol. Please conduct yourselves in a discreet way. Just say I love you when you figure out what I'm talking about. Just based off of that note right now, the first thing that pops in my mind is not drugs.
No.
Hot, caged heat prison, lesbian prison sex.
Yeah.
Working that shit like a fucking Olympic curler is what I'm thinking.
I
I've been licking carpet for an hour now, and I still don't feel like a lesbian.
Thank you so much for helping me tear up my carpet.
Well, you know, Lois, I gotta confess, when you called me, I sort of misunderstood what you were asking for. That's why I rushed over.
Armed with a warrant, investigators subsequently searched Brown, who was trembling as agents perused her hair. However, following the search of the hair, no items were recovered. However, the following day, jail staffers removed Brown's weave. I don't know why.
One hell of a weave. It must be a fucking beehive.
That's unbe'weave'able.
Unbelievable. What happened to old prison pocket? Come on now.
Apparently, we got a new one now. He got the pocket and the satchel up top. Oh, removed Brown's weave and discovered that she had narcotics hidden under her fake hair. A criminal complaint notes that investigators seized 8 ounces of cocaine, 8 ounces of meth, 78 doses of acid, and a glass pipe with burn marks.
Dear God.
That's a lot of shit.
She was in there for some theft? Apparently she's stealing drugs.
Who needs a prison pocket when you got this beehive of dreadlocks and what the fuck ever else is going on up in there? The drug discovery resulted in the filing of 18 narcotics counts, 9 felonies, and 9... No, those 18 counts consist of 9 felonies and 9 misdemeanors against Brown, and her bail was then set at $100,000.
Well, congratulations. You fucking idiot.
Oh, boy. You know, I mean, if you can fucking store that level of shit, I mean, what other fucking shit could you get away with? I mean, here, it's like, Felix the Cat's magic bag of tricks, or,
the Cat in the Hat?
The fucking, the fucking old school.
Pull
like,
out thing
bottomless.
1 and thing 2. Talk about some hot prison sex.
Oh, boy. You want to see what else I got up in there? Your prison pocket ain't got nothing on this. Oh, so to you, Karina LaShondra Brown, smuggling enthusiast. Congratulations, you are this week's winner of the Fred G. Sanford Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
You dummy!
Well played.
Good on you.
Good
on you, man.
It's a whole lot of drugs.
And as we was talking there, no response yet from one Mr. Andy McNamara.
Yeah, he does that.
Well, hey, what do you got going on? Doing a show? You can come on out. I just figured that was... I didn't ask. I just figured that was naturally implied, but,
Well, yeah. Oh, South and North Korea did walk together in the Olympics.
Oh, yes, kids. Just as a quick follow-up. Yeah.
That really happened. I wasn't...
To promote peace.
Stoned out my mind.
Your words, not mine.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, you got to remember 80 episodes in, I was used to a co-host that would not admit to it.
Yeah?
When it's like, dude, come on, everybody fucking does. Nobody cares.
It's medicinal.
I think he was weird, well, it starts, you get a little bit fucking weird about the shit because names are being used and
right,
all that type of stuff. But fuck, nowadays, nobody cares.
I don't care.
I think the only time they really pop you is if they pull you over and they smell it.
Mm.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah, they look at you like if your eyes are all fucked up, they'll be like, "Come on now, man." Because you aren't supposed to be up.
Because I don't do the shit, so I'm clueless when it comes to the drug culture. My knowledge comes from fucking Cheech and Chong movies and really shitty PSAs.
Yeah,
meth, not even once. That's the extent of my fucking knowledge.
That's all you need to know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. After multiple years of working in the abatement and lead removal industry, I can spot a tweaker a mile fucking away now.
Yeah.
But as far as like how it's done, I could not fucking tell you. I am a clueless newborn babe when it comes to when it comes to the drug culture.
Yeah, well, you can always smuggle a bunch of it in your hair.
In my weave. In my big old nappy weave.
Big old.
Watch the flaming Amazon. The flaming Amazon is when I'm giving her the grizzle, and right as I'm about to twerk up in her jungle of love, I whip out my Zippo, set her buckwheat farm on fire, and extinguish the flames with my gorilla juice.
Let's get into some hot takes.
News and notes from all four corners of the pop culture world.
And the sign gotta stay hot! You gotta stay hot! You gotta stay hot!
It's time for some hot takes.
Oh, all right. Well, first up on the docket, I kind of want to do a little follow up with the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And
we
because that
we recorded before it.
we did mere hours before the game.
I was close on the prediction, but
Eerily,
with the different teams,
it was and I was actually had I had the wherewithal to make sure everything was all prepped really well beforehand. I was actually going to cut out that little snippet where you called the score.
Yeah.
Because, it was mere point. I think you said, what was it? I think what was your
I said,
it was 42-35, I think it was.
Yeah. I said 42 to 34.
It was like 35 something. Yeah. 41 to 33. By God. Yeah. I think, you know what I'm going to do from now on? I think from this point, whoever is my co-host sitting in that chair, come Super Bowl time, when scores are being predicted, ladies and gentlemen, if you're playing over and under bets, don't necessarily go point for point, because I don't think Jason got point for point either. But if you're playing over and under, or if you're playing like points closest to, it seems to me that the Quad M Show co-hosts are pretty damn fucking close. We're two for two right now on this shit.
Right.
First time is luck. Second time is coincidence. Third time, let's see what happens next year. I'm looking forward to this shit.
I'll place a bet.
It's merely for entertainment purposes, kids. Don't ever think otherwise. But we kind of talked a little bit about it before we started recording. But how much of the game were you watching? How much were you invested in as it was happening?
I watched, from the beginning till about the end of the third quarter, I think.
Oh, so you missed a lot of the good stuff at the end too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I missed that. I went home and I fell asleep.
Yeah. Well, you were still recovering from the drive and all that type of stuff. So, I get that. I understand. I'm not gonna bust too many balls on you for that, dude. No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Well, yeah.
But what I will say is, just from beginning to end, it was a great game.
It was.
There wasn't crazy blowouts. There wasn't. There
was like only one punt in the third quarter.
Yeah, one punt, one sack.
Yeah.
Throughout. So defensively, not that great of a game, really, when you sit there and think about it. A couple things that kind of shocked me. I was surprised that the game was not too big for Nick Foles. Same token, though, I think a lot of people were kind of saying it. And honestly, I was kind of saying it too. But then, of course, that's when, good friend of the show, Jamie,
Motherfucker, he passed for 500 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's going to be tired as fuck. It doesn't matter if he's 40 years old.
But I kind of was starting to see him, hitting that cliff a little bit. I don't know how much longer he's got. And if Belichick does not come back, I think we got one more year and he'll be done. I think.
Brady?
You
think?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough position to be that old and still do what you do.
Well, he's Magic Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Sucking the soul out of his children.
Sucking the souls out of his kids.
I was gonna try and watch some of the Tom versus Time.
Yeah.
But, thanks to shitty internet connection, it just didn't quite happen as I would have liked it to. But,
you really aren't missing much.
Well, in 15-minute episodes, and it's Tom Brady. So, were you guys Were you guys watching any? I mean, were you guys paying attention to any of the commercials when they came up?
I tried to. I couldn't. Really,
it's hard because it's in the bar.
Yeah, so I couldn't
so-
really hear them that well, and but
I think Tide won when it came to their commercials because like I said, if you were at home and you were watching, Tide did genius fucking marketing. They basically went out of their way and co-opted all of the other fucking commercials and turned every other fucking commercial on the Super Bowl into a Tide commercial. Where the dude would be showing up, like he had the fucking Old Spice dude.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where he's riding the fucking horse and all. He's like, da, 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 da. And he's like, you're wearing some clean sheets. Wait, what am I doing? I'm in a Tide commercial. I'm like, holy fuck, Tide co-opted Old Spice. And they did it like so many fucking times.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening at the end of the by the time you are like past halftime, after you've watched Justin Timberlake successfully not rip off a top on anybody, no nip slips, kids.
Very disappointing.
By the time you're getting into that second half of commercials, you're like, when's the Tide one coming up?
Right.
When's the Tide one coming up? You know, none of them were PSAs for "Don't eat the fucking pods, you morons."
You idiots.
So yeah, I thought Tide was the big winner when it came to the commercials. But me being me, I tuned out of most of them. Like everyone was all about the fucking Danny DeVito M&M commercial. Couldn't have given two shits. The only one I popped for was the Pringles commercial.
Yeah, the Pringles was good.
And but you know it was at the end. And I'm using that as a soundbite now.
Nobody asked you, Kevin!
You're going to be hearing that a lot on the show.
Nice.
Coming down the road. That's a new one that's in there. Oh, yes. But also, too, me being me, I pop for the movies. I'm always looking, where's our new movie trailers?
Yeah.
Where's the new movie trailers coming up? So... getting back to the nerd world stuff that we kind of didn't get into a whole lot last week. Movie trailers. Was there anything that was kind of premiered, showed on there that you're really kind of like marking out for, and you're looking, thinking you want to see?
Oh yeah, definitely the Deadpool 2. Yeah, I want to see that.
Such a genius trailer, especially the Red Band one that's out and about now, because it starts off with old, Josh Brolin, kind of doing the thing, and then wait, dude, come on, you couldn't even fucking finish the goddamn. You couldn't finish. Come on, 30 seconds,
30
people.
seconds.
Let's fucking go here. I'll even start off and start playing with the action figures.
There's a snake in my boot.
But and every time I see Josh Brolin as and he's going to be he's going to be Cable. Mm-hmm. Especially now that fucking Disney bought up all the Fox movie properties. How fucking Josh Brolin being Cable and Thanos in the upcoming Infinity War movie.
Right.
Oh my God! I'm worried about the clusterfuck that's going to be going on here, and I hope they make mention of that in Deadpool.
I bet they will.
That would be so outstanding if they do. Right. It would be awesome if they do. And of course, I'm looking forward to the Avengers movie, because that's everything that's led up to this point from the first fucking movie. I'm waiting. They've actually been really good about keeping secrets on that. The one trailer that did kind of amaze me, and not because of what they presented, but the Han Solo movie. Did you catch any glimpse of the Han Solo trailer?
No, I didn't.
Well, just to kind of catch you up to speed here, Disney has decided, once they started doing all the Star Wars shit, that they'll do like a regular Star Wars movie every other year, and then in between they'll kind of do like backlog stories like Rogue One. Mm-hmm. This year, we're getting the Han Solo movie. Mm-hmm. So we find out how he gets the Millennium Falcon, meeting up with Lando, how him and Chewie buddy up. They're going to tell that story of his youth. And I'm all about it. Let's see how the kid does. I'm not going to... I've learned at a very young age, don't prejudge anything until you actually see it.
Yeah.
Unless it's that god-awful Ghostbusters remake from a couple years ago. Then judge the fuck out of that. All of those comments you can find in the archives, kids. Go back and treat yourself to a summer of brutality right there. God, I really wish that movie had perpetually been delayed. We got a year. I had an entire summer's worth of material thanks to that fucking movie. Just across the board. But so anyways, so I mean, like I said, I mean, it looks good. And I'm looking forward to it. But the thing that amazed me on this is that Disney, for the past 3 years, has released all their Star Wars stuff in December.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting this out on Memorial Day.
Really?
And I kind of worry about them oversaturating the market in such a short period of time because you've got Deadpool, the Han Solo movie, Avengers, Ant-Man versus Wasp. Plus, I'm sure they've got some other fucking Disney property type stuff that's going to be coming out around the same time frame. I think they're better served to have these Star Wars movies come out in December. When nobody's really going. Your blockbusters aren't really during that time frame.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much just fair game. And you can go and make your bazillion dollars with really little to no competition.
Right.
So I don't know what other movies are being planned to come out at that time, but I don't know. I think they're oversaturating the market a little bit with that release date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what movies they do have coming out in December, because it seems like they're, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know like in October, Sony is going to finally release or put out that Venom movie.
Oh, yeah. That looks
and
good.
I don't know. How familiar are you with the character of Venom? See, I don't really
just
know.
Said he's he's like a space alien suit, right?
Close enough, yeah. Well, because I mean, I don't know how far in depth your
my comic knowledge is.
Your nerd world knowledge might be, but you're learning.
I mean, I know something.
You're learning. You have enough to hang out. You can keep up. We told filthy, dirty joke here and there.
Bullshit my way through it.
Exactly. It's all it needs to fucking be. Because it's all it is. Yeah, it's all bullshit. But at the end, you have fun talking about the bullshit. And that's the key. Basically, Venom. Oh, depending on what continuity you go with as to how Spider-Man ends up getting the suit, what it basically boils down to is Venom is an alien symbiote that ends up connecting with Spider-Man, becomes his dark, evil, black suit, and then he's finally able to get the symbiote off of him, and he ends up merging with Eddie Brock, who, again, depending on what source material you're going with, has a deep grudge against Spider-Man for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So him and Eddie Brock and the symbiote bond. They become Venom, and probably the last really good, strong Spider-Man villain that's been created, and that was in 88, 89.
Yeah. Tells
you how long it's been since we've had a really good Spider-Man villain come down the pike. So I don't know. I don't know. I haven't done really a whole lot of research, so I don't know if it ties in at all with like the latest that Spider-Man Homecoming movie that's come out. I don't know if it ties into that because Sony wants to do their own deal. I don't know how it all works out. They didn't really show much of anything in that trailer.
No.
I mean, it was kind of cool vibe type thing, but it didn't really sell you on this is Venom, the bad guy from Spider-Man. It was just Tom Hardy kind of going at the end. With a little thing.
Tom Brady did that at the end too.
Well, Tom Brady. We're here all night, kids. As I live and breathe, Andy is working at the Dust. If you're interested. Ooh, I don't think I'm going to be in any shape to go out there tonight.
It's a drive. It really is.
Interested in a torture? Here, hold on a second.
That's weird. Way to make shit weird, Andy.
torture? Question mark? But yeah, so I don't know how sold I'm going to be on this, and if you know, it would be a lock if Tom Hardy was using the Bane voice. If Tom Hardy was using the Bane voice for Venom, I probably would go.
Yeah,
I'd probably be a lock for it. But I can't. I think maybe it was Jamie that I was talking to about this. But I still kind of think Tom Hardy is even too small to play Venom.
Yeah.
Because Venom is supposed to be like fucking ginormous and huge, right?
Yep.
The only guy that I honestly could sit there and think that would be able to be that big would be like fucking Brock Lesnar.
Totally.
But
I was going to say Dolph Lundgren, but you know.
Oh no, he's lost. He's way too fucking skinny nowadays.
I think it's CGI. I must break you.
CGI his head on Brock Lesnar's body. Go that route with it. But like Brock Lesnar ain't got the fucking acting chops to be able to play. At least I don't think he does. You know, he's
a farm boy from South Dakota.
Exactly. I don't see that being too much of a thing.
Ever tell you my Brock Lesnar story?
No, you have a Brock Lesnar story?
Well, when I wrestled, the 1 year I wrestled in college for Jamestown, North Dakota.
Okay.
We had a tournament in Fargo, and the Minnesota team came there.
Oh, no shit.
And Brock Lesnar was, the heavyweight of that team.
I was going to say, because he certainly wasn't in your fucking weight class.
No, I was like 160. But yeah. No, it was just cool just seeing him and then watching him wrestle in real life. Because it's like, you know, one of those things where you're like fucking starstruck by another fucking athlete.
Well, sure. Because you know who he is.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a chance to, you know, go up and say hi or
no,
bullshit or anything?
I walked by him in the weigh-ins and then I was like, yeah, that's...
And then he picked you up and kind of used you as a toothpick.
Right.
Q-tip a little. Come here, buggy whip.
No. Thought it was kind of weird that he was just sitting in the room while everyone weighed in, but, you know.
Well,
he's a heavyweight. Doesn't have to be there till towards the end.
Well, probably just wanted his alone time.
But he wasn't alone. He was in the fucking room with 300 other dudes.
Yeah, maybe he was looking at that night's victim.
Probably.
You know?
Yeah.
Someone's getting fucked tonight.
You want to know how I know we're going to have sex? Because I'm way stronger than you.
Because you're not in a position to say no.
Some Brock fucking Lesnar. That's why.
And Marty's been walking funny ever since.
Yeah. Shit ain't right.
Oh. All right. Well,
suppressed horrible moment by Marty.
I was going to say, fuck, we're not even in the third segment yet. That's the lead in. Brock Lesnar anally raped me.
Brock Lesnar made me call me his bitch.
Brock Lesnar painted tits on my back. He pinched my shoulder blades until I had nipples too.
So fucked up.
So anyways, so
poop jokes.
Usually it's still the same dick and fart jokes. It's just done in a peppier tone, I guess. But there was also a big to-do that they unleashed on Super Bowl Sunday about the Cloverfield Paradox, which I did not know was coming down the pike. And the funny thing is that with Netflix, when this was first coming out, I thought it was a series. And we had talked earlier in the day, you know, where I sent you a text saying, "Are you home? have you seen Cloverfield? Have you seen Cloverfield 10? To which the reply minutes later was no, no, and no.
No, no, and no.
So I says, okay, well,
God damn it. Get more cultured.
not going to worry about it too much. But if you have the chance and you're out and abouting doing what the fuck ever it is you're doing, grab your phone, put on the Netflix, because I know you got the Netflix, and check out the first episode, at least the first episode of Cloverfield Paradox.
Yeah.
And, well, to my surprise, I sit down. I'm going to have me a little bit of dinner and watch that quote-unquote first episode. And as I put it on, oh, it's a movie. I had no fucking idea. And apparently that's what they've been. There's Netflix is starting to do original movies now. I had no idea. I thought they just did series.
Huh.
Well, because, and even, good friend of the show, Jamie Bronson, had pointed out to me tonight that Will Smith Bright. Bright is a movie. I thought it was a series. That's why I hadn't checked it out yet, because I'm so busy fucking catching up on other series that I don't have fucking time to watch, that I would get to Bright at some point. No, Bright's a movie. It's a Will Smith movie on Netflix. Who fucking knew? Not this guy.
No.
Not this guy. So I say, okay, great, fantastic, hour and 42-minute movie. I will hunker down and I will watch me some Cloverfield Paradox. Because I had seen the original Cloverfield and I had seen Cloverfield. And actually, kids, go back and check out the in the archives. We have a review there of 10 Cloverfield Lane. And I believe we called this spaceship like the space vagina or something like that. Molotov cocktails don't belong in vaginas or something like that. Fuck, I don't remember. It was a year ago, for God's sake. Over a year ago, for God's sakes. But, so, having seen those, okay, I know I've got to see this. And trying, and as I always try to do, not be too spoilerific. But kids, if you don't, just be safe. Fast forward about 5 minutes. Just in case, if you want to be spoiler free, or put it on pause, go watch the movie, and come back. Whatever fucking works for you.
Right.
So I hunker down and I'm watching, and I really had no level of expectation on this, and I didn't know who the actors were that were in it. All I knew was as I was going through the IMDb, I'm like, oh, the lead actor's first name is Gugu. Gugu. It's like G-U-G. It's probably like Juju or something like that. No. In this world, in the Quad M world, no. Your name's Gugu. Gugu. But there were, like, of the 6 or 7 actors that were there was actually like 2 or 3 of them that you would recognize. And then if you do a quick IMDb search, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that's where I recognize that dude from. Okay, cool. All right, I got this. I know who you are. Okay, cool. Probably the most obvious one would be, have you seen Captain America Civil War?
Yeah.
Okay, the guy that plays Zemo? He's kind of the guy that sneaks in, and he's kind of the bad guy behind the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
He's the one behind the glass at the very end saying, your eyes are a little bit greener than I thought,
Yeah.
His whole deal because his family was killed at the Sokolov. He's like one of the crew members.
Oh.
Okay, I think Robert Brule or something like that is his name. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But, so like I said, guys that you wouldn't probably know by name, but if you saw their credit listing, you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I recognize him from that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of your Netflix acting thing going on there. But so, it takes place up in space, a little space station called the Cloverfield is the name of the space station. And the whole thing is that they are they're trying to find or create a limitless source of energy, because the energy supply on the Earth is dwindling down, and people are either going to die or everyone's going to war and killing each other because of the limited energy sources that are available. And so when they do light the candle, everything's going, and all of a sudden shit gets fucking wacky. Okay. And then it turns out that what they've ended up doing is, because after it's done, they look and they say, where the fuck is the Earth? we couldn't have blown up the Earth. Where the fuck are we? What's going on? And so they come to find out through wacky happenstance and shenanigans that they have ended up in another parallel universe dimension type of a thing. Wackiness thereby ensues. And it's one of those deals where I'm sitting there and I'm fucking watching it, and about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through, I finally succumbed and I went to YouTube to see where all the connections were at. And there was a mild spoiler, but I figured there had to be something coming up involving. So there was a major spoiler, which, again, didn't really phase me in that realm. Like, I know I'm getting spoilers here.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to spoil it for you kids. Let's just say, stick with the movie. Great spoiler at the end. It's really, really good. But much like how 10 Cloverfield Lane was loosely tied in with the first Cloverfield movie, this movie is loosely tied into the other two.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like barely touching fingers tied. But it explains a lot. And if you're able to, like, don't get too hard and fast into things and just kind of be slightly open-minded with stuff. Here again, we're talking about ripping dimensional holes and things and all this type of stuff. It makes sense. And that's the key. If you can if you have that suspension of disbelief, it'll make sense.
Yeah.
And it actually all fits in, and you're like, okay, I get it. Awesome. and then you can kind of move on from there. And of course, there's plenty of YouTube videos out there that if you're kind of dense, it'll kind of explain it. Yeah, it'll explain those things to you.
Gotcha.
So, but at the end of the day, I felt that it was not a waste of an hour and 45 minutes. I thought it was, here again, I don't know what kind of budget you get for a Netflix film.
Yeah.
But it seemed like a pretty damn good budget.
Really?
I think there were 2 moments where I actually popped with the holy shit. One of them involves water and an airlock. And the other involves a guy and possible headache, stomach problems. I don't want to spoil stuff.
Okay.
If you want me to spoil it to you off the air, I certainly can. But it's like I said, they wind up with some pretty good holy shit moments that are kind of well worth it.
Me and the wife will watch it. So
I would probably don't. Well, I guess don't eat anything during the first half hour.
Okay.
Because that first holy shit moment, you're like, oh my god, that spaghetti just ain't sitting right. Once you get past that, fuck, manje.
Money.
But at the end of the day, I found it enjoyable. It's not a classic, but it is a good movie. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Nice.
I thought it will, if you're into the sci-fi, if you like the Cloverfield movies, if you like those angry space station wacky hijink type movies, it's a good one. And like I said before, you don't have to watch Cloverfield or 10 Cloverfield Lane to be able to enjoy this movie.
This one, yeah.
You know, but if you watch this one first and you go back, it's not going to ruin anything.
Yeah.
It'll just be like, oh, so that, okay, I get it, you know, and go from there. So it's win-win. It's win-win for all the kids out there.
Bingo.
All right, well, let's go ahead here, and we will take a break. We'll come back with our third and final segment and do ourselves a little bit of Reddit fun, right?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Squad M Show. Stay tuned.
Stick around.
In a city where corruption rules the streets, only one man can stop the serial killer known as the Blood Bandit. James Kurt, a former police officer turned private investigator, must race against the clock to stop the madman before he achieves his ultimate diabolical goal. When JK's brother Alex is thought killed in the line of duty and mysteriously returns with no memory of his past life, the stakes are raised even higher. Enigma, the comic book series from Quad M Productions, written and illustrated by TJ Damon, with colors and effects by Jason Vickers. Enigma. Order your copy at quadmproductions.com today.
Hello and welcome to TJ's Bowling Scores for the week. I'm Connie Leamgus. This week's shit for brains rolled a 121, a 145, and a 162 for a 428 series. I don't have the time or crayons to fully explain it to you, but you seriously suck at bowling. When I think about you, I touch myself, and by that I mean rub my temples, because you give me a fucking headache. I'm not saying I hate you, but if you ever got hit by a bus, I'd probably be the one driving it. Well, I think that's all I need to say this week. Make sure to tune in next week so we can all enjoy TJ's failure at the City Tournament. Until then, I'm Connie Leamgus. Fuck you and good night.
You're listening to the Quad M Show. Segment 3.
Welcome back to the third and final segment of this here Quad M Show. Again, we're your hosts. I'm TJ.
I'm Marty.
Losers, in other words.
Well, and this segment is brought to you in part by DeeplyDapper.com. Now, you've heard us go on and on about all the sweet merch you can pick up over there at DeeplyDapper.com. Original art prints and books, vinyl wrapped metal flasks, custom key hangers and light switch plates, as well as those handmade soaps, all based on your favorite pop culture properties. But there's so much more. Get on out there, DeeplyDapper.com today. Go ahead, check out their 3D podcasket, as well as the Robot Kraken podcasts. I know, like I say, our good buddy, friend of the show, Chris McClanahan's out rolling around, traversing around the country. I guess he's in Texas this week.
Yeah.
He's in Texas this weekend. He's been bitching about that. Apparently the bed and breakfast that he's staying at there is just not up to par.
Just some dude who left his apartment. He's like, can you do my laundry? I need clean undies when I come back.
Have a thing of lunch meat and a bottle of wine. It's like, hey, at least you left you something, right? You know, that's the beauty of timeshares.
Only a quarter bottle of wine, that fucking prick.
So if he's getting his podcasting on, maybe you'll get to hear some of those stories once he's back home off the road. Because I think he's got that, and I think he's doing Maine, but I'm not sure what the full scope is. But I'll hear all about it come Portland.
Oh yeah.
So we'll be all hanging out there. Maybe even have him sit in. If you and Kinsey are able to do the Portland show with me, then we can have him sit in for the daily recap.
Yeah.
See, kids, I'm planning ahead here, so you don't have to miss a week any more than you have to already. You know, now that we're getting back into the flow of weekly shows again, until
who knows?
Until
life comes up.
Until life comes up and presents its problems, and I can't find a sub. So there you go. But anyways, back to the point and topic. Get on over there today. Check out all the wonderful stuff that Chris McClanahan is doing over there at DeeplyDapper.com. Again, that is DeeplyDapper.com. Better living through tentacles. Tentacles. Oh, God bless his little heart. Yeah.
Living the dream.
Yeah, and then
roaming the country.
I'll be back on the road for at least 3 shows. Again, kids, don't forget, April 13th through the 15th, I'll be in Portland, doing Wizard World Portland. July, God damn it, I wish I could remember the date. I think it's July 13th through 15th as well. I think those are the dates there. I'll be in Boise, and then end of August, I'll be in Chicago. Doing that's a 4-day show.
Chi-town.
It's like the 23rd through the 26th of August. We'll be out there. So if you're in any of those areas, damn it, stop by, say hi, pick up some Enigma shit, because we'll have number 4 out and about.
Definitely.
Making the big push, Daddy-O.
Do it.
So get that $10 ready. Get yourself some convention treats from Quad M Productions. And you know what else is a treat?
What's that?
Reddit Fun!
Reddit Fun with Jason.
Yeah! Hey! All right, and as always, kids, it's not Reddit Fun with Jason. Maybe, hopefully, cross our fingers, next week. You know, he shot me a text.
Oh, did he?
It was just a quick little picture. It's visually like I say, kids, it's a picture, so it's not really anything verbal, but it's a comparative study of Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart and Halle Berry in the X-Men, and being compared to some real life examples. So, if you look at the two of those,
that's funny.
Yeah, he's still bringing it, kids. He's still bringing it.
He's still got the funny.
He's still bringing it. That's all that matters. So, speaking of bringing it, Mr. Marty, good sir, what are the Redditeers bringing us this week?
All right. Well, the question is, what is your best dead baby joke?
No! No!
And this is from the Greg's Life.
God, I was never too much of a fan of dead baby jokes. Golly, I honestly can't really think of a good one off the top of my head because I don't know that there's really such a thing as a good dead baby joke.
Yeah, I can't think of a good one either. I know I've heard tons of them over my
lifespan. Most of them aren't really jokes. They're most just horrifying visual images more so than just jokes.
Yeah.
So please, Marty, what does the hive mind have in reply?
All right. Existential Mammal says, dark humor isn't everybody's cup of liquid ass, baby.
What the fuck is that?
OK Liberal says, I don't see why dead baby jokes are considered unfunny. Come on, guys. They never get old.
That's a double meaning right there.
Yeah.
Because dead babies don't age. Okay.
Senator Chickpea says, what's blue and orange and sits at the bottom of a pool? A baby was slashed for floaties.
Holy
What's red and orange and floats in a pool? A slash baby with floaties.
You dick!
Yeah. Baby with slash floaties, slash baby with floaties. You get it.
I got it. Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Probably a Waffle says, what's the difference between a dead baby and a sandwich?
I'm sure I know this one, but go ahead.
I don't fuck my sandwich before I eat it.
Down!
God.
That's
dark.
I can't do the winner ding ding. I can't do Charlie Sheen winner on these because they're fucking dead baby jokes. Ah, God.
No. Sheen dinner. Phil Dog 82 says, the only one I know is something about a garage. What?
Yeah, it doesn't work if you don't fucking know the joke to tell it. Don't post, you moron.
Yeah, I shouldn't have read that. Sorry.
That's okay. It allows me the ability to call somebody a moron. So, no, we're fine. We're okay there. We're good there.
PM me your voodoo code says, why did the baby fall out of the tree? Because it was dead. Why did the second baby fall out of the tree? Because it was stapled to the first baby.
Jesus!
Fucking bullshit!
God.
Lee Charles Medickens says, what whistles while running through the house? A baby with a punctured lung.
Job, man! That's the nastiest thing!
How do you stop a baby from spinning in circles on your living room?
Oh, God.
Nail his other hand to the floor.
Okay, there's a winner. Okay, that's our winner. We'll keep going, but I think that's our winner right there. Fucking stapling.
What's the difference between a pile of dead babies and a Porsche? I don't have a Porsche in my garage.
And you two motherfuckers need Jesus.
What's the best way to dispose of a dead baby? Blender.
Okay, that's
What's the best way to clean out the blender? Tortilla chips.
Oh my God, dude! Oh, you Redditors are fucked in the head, man. That's why we love you.
What's worse than finding 10 dead babies in a trash can?
Finding the live one at the bottom?
No. Finding one dead baby in 10 trash cans.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
How many dead...
You're laughing. You're like giggling way too... You got a dark side to you.
You know. How many dead babies can you fit in the back of a truck? 146. That's it.
What the fuck?
I'm sure you can fit way more than 146.
Well, I'll strap them down. You're not even trying.
That was the end of it anyway.
That's the end of it anyway. Okay. Yeah. Thank fucking Christ.
All right. Y'all sick. Y'all need Jesus.
Okay, yeah.
That was the question. What is your best dead baby joke?
And
there are some doozies.
The nail in the hand, that one.
The nail in the nail his other hand.
That's our winner. Yeah. That's the winner.
That is pretty
There you
good.
go. We got
winner, chicken dinner. I don't think so. Winner, sheen dinner.
Technically, the baby's not dead at that point.
Well, it depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know.
This is true.
Is it like a pinwheel? We're reading way too much into fucking dead baby jokes at this point.
It's late.
Exactly. Well, with that, good sir, do you have any picks of the week for the week this week?
Me and the wife just started getting into Longmire. It's a Western sheriff.
That's like on its like
sixth season or some shit. Yeah,
fourth or fifth season by now, I think.
We get so far behind on everything. It's like Christmas when we start something good, and we're like, oh, we can watch it for 3 weeks.
Yeah, like we can binge for a while on this.
Right.
You know, well, you know, it's like when I'm sitting there fucking, working on Enigma, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, you know what? I'll throw in Smallville.
Yeah.
Fucking 10 seasons. Yeah, we got that locked down. 3 days later, well, let's see, what else
can I watch? Yeah, no, but if you like Western stuff, it's about a sheriff in Wyoming. It's pretty good.
I think it's not, God damn it, it's not Dennis Weaver. Who the fuck is in that show? It's a name. I just can't remember.
The only one I know is the fucking Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yeah, but it's not him. I was just thinking the main guy, and I can't remember who it is.
Main guy, I mean, he looks familiar to me too, but I can't place it.
Yeah. I'm not going to play that game right now because it's late. And
it's too late. Too late. Brain don't work so well.
But, my pick for the week this week isn't so much for this week. It's next week. 100th episode, baby.
Yeah.
I'm jazzed. I never, honestly, when we started doing this, me and Jason started doing this way back in the day, I really didn't think we would have this much of an attention span.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and that isn't to say on his end, it's just, fucking, he got burnt out, life happens, and that type of shit. With all the real life things that were kind of going on, but he's, like I said, we've had the talk. He knows he's welcome back whenever he wants to come in. I just told him, I says, I want to make your return special. 100th episode. And that was 4 episodes ago, I think, is when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
He's down for it. I just need to talk to him, make sure we got all lined up.
Yeah, we're going to put it in your calendar.
Put it in the.
It's coming. It's coming soon.
It's like real fucking soon. Hopefully next week. If schedules align, it will be next week. If not, we will make schedules align.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm flexible. I can, whenever you guys figure it out, shoot me the text.
Yeah. It boils down to the most important one is Jason.
Yep.
I need him back for 100. I want him back for 100.
Definitely.
If Andy can make it, great. If he can't, I understand. No big deal. But we can still have Kinsey sit in.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on this. But again, I think that depends on the kiddo situation, too.
Well, if it's next week, we won't have the kid, so we'll be all right.
Okay. We can figure it.
We can do a 6-hour-long episode if you fucking want to.
I was going to say, if it's Mackenzie, it probably will be. So that, kids, that's my big whoop-de-doo pick right there. 100th episode. The next episode, I'm planning on it being a big doozy. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to do some
special. Would you look at that? Just look at that.
We're going to do some special shit, kids. You may want to bone up on some Star Wars trivia. I have me an idea.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we can always split off into partners, too.
Oh, we're definitely going to have to split off into partners.
Because me and Jason are the knowledgeable ones, so maybe...
Yeah, you're going to break me and Kenzie up. We're the fucking retards.
No, I'd never break you two up. You're a power couple. I'd never do that to you.
But we are the resource class of Star Wars trivia. Purple.
All right. Well, on that note, good sir, do you have anything left to pimp, promote, propagate, or pander?
No.
Well, that will wrap it up for this week's episode of Quad M Show. Here again, kids, make sure you are subscribing on iTunes or Android or wherever you're getting your podcasting stuff from. Again, follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/QuadMComics, or like us on Twitter, or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, @QuadMComics. All of that stuff is important. Feel free, get in there. And hey, if you're a longtime fan, or if you're that dude from China, email us. Let us know you're out there. We could use some congratulatory emails. I wouldn't mind.
No.
QuadMComics@gmail.com, kids. So, until the 100th episode, and probably past, this is TJ.
And I'm Marty.
And we will see you all later, gang. Take care.
Stay beautiful.
You've been listening to the Quad M Show. Copyright 2018, Quad M Productions. If you have any comments, questions, queries, quibbles, or concerns, email us at quadmcomics@gmail.com or find us on Twitter @QuadMComics.
Beans and rice, Mama even serves us sometimes twice. But silly as he seems, beans will give you your protein. My good buddy rice is an energy device. Put us together as a team. We've got a flavor that